Good afternoon to all. Homeopathic material media. You have Alan's keynote masterclass, and today's drug is Argentum Metallicum, and I'm Dr. Josh Stephen. Apologizing for I don't know for how much time, but I am really sorry for taking a very big gap from September to November. I was caught up with my dissertation and all, so I'm really apologizing to you all for this very big gap, and I know this would have actually impacted your studies and material, but from today onwards I'm making it a point that I will take 1 or 2 classes daily. So I hope I can upload 1 to 2 videos daily from today onwards. Alright, so yeah, long story short, I should say 1,000 times sorry to you people, and let me start with Argentum Metallicum today. Okay, so yes, so right in front of you have a very shiny material that is nothing but silver. We all know Argentum means silver, and it is represented by the 2 letters Ag. The atomic number is 47. The molecular weight is 107.87. Okay. Common name again being silver. New method. The drug strength is 1/10. Okay. Properties, you have some things that you can actually keep in your mind if you want. It is ductile and malleable, means we can make it into wires and you can make it into very thin sheets. The thermal conductivity is highest of all materials. The electrical conductivity of silver is highest among all metals. Silver does not react with air even when it is heated until it becomes red. Okay, and it reacts with sulfur and it compounds. Silver metal is attacked by very strong oxidizers. So I mean to say, what you can remember is silver is something of a very great metal if you want to apply it into some electrical or thermal industry where you can transfer heat at a very fast rate, and it can outrank all your copper and aluminum materials. I think that is why we can't afford silver in those industries, and we rely more on aluminum as well as copper wires. Okay, so other uses being as a catalyst that can increase the rate of reaction. Medical fields, as cavity fillers, the dentists would have been using it for ages. Antibacterial dressings. Okay, so you also know that silver has a antibacterial action, and you can use silver in electronics. I'm just naming few. I don't know whether it's really used in these things. What is electronics? Is some kind of a gadget, okay, like a calculator, whatever it is. And cutlery. So silver, utensils can be seen. So these are some general uses of silver material. And constitution. Now coming to the homeopathic part. Constitutional effects of onanism. What is onanism? It is nothing but masturbation. And how does the person look? He is very tall, thin, irritable persons. Now I want you to remember the word thin. Now thin in Argentum means emaciation. Okay, so you have some kind of atrophy. You can see some kind of emaciation. You can see even marasmus type of emaciation in Argentum nitricum. Now in this person, I generally want you people to have an idea of what Argentum group means. So here you have a very thin person who will be again very much usually we say Argentum Met or Argentum nitricum as a female, as a male person, and who would be dwelling more into some sexual things. Okay, so see the photo. He is having a phone, most probably seeing some kind of porn videos, and taking a pleasure by himself. Okay, so this is the constitution that you can think of. Physical generals, you have ailments from abuse of mercury. Now again, mercury abuse people will be usually lean. You can think like that. Okay, and another thing what I want you to focus is the affects the cartilage. Where these cartilages are distributed. We know you have hyaline cartilage, you have fibrocartilage, and elastic cartilage. These are the types of cartilages in our body. Hyaline can be seen in joints. So hyaline cartilages gives you a very free range of motion. Okay, that's why it is distributed there. I didn't mean to say that ribs move very frequently. Yes, it moves a little bit, but not like your ball and socket joint of shoulder. So I think you understood what I meant. So that is your hyaline cartilage. Fibrocartilage is distributed in places where you need to withstand a lot of tension or stress or weight. So it is given in your intervertebral discs, okay, pubic symphysis. All these areas you can see fibrocartilage. It's very strong, okay. It can withstand a lot of weight. The tension that you can give into those cartilage is very high. And elastic, you can see in your ears, okay. So these, it's a little soft and pliable. So these are some types of cartilages I think that would help in you to understand about your anatomy, okay. Yeah, so speaking again about the cartilage, affected cartilage, tarsal, ears, nose. Again, nose is made of hyaline cartilage, eustachian, so that's your ear, and structures entering into joints, okay. So it doesn't only mean cartilage. You can see bone affections in Argentum Met, cartilage as well as ligaments, okay. The main center of action is throat, okay. So it's a little more of throat and chest affections in Argentum Met. Exhausting fluent coryza with sneezing, hoarseness of professional singers, public speakers, just like in alumina aremtra, okay. So I think it's a very common symptom that you can, it's a very important symptom as well as a symptom that everybody will be remembering about Argentum Met. The first thing that can come into your mind is this professional singers, public speakers who have this hoarseness, who have a total loss of voice. See, it is singers, not singers. It's singers, and you have a very important symptom that has laughing excites cough. Okay, laughing excites cough seen in Drosera phosphorus sternum and produces a profuse mucus in the larynx. So you have laryngeal affections a lot in Argentum Met. Okay, when reading aloud has to hem and hawk, cough with easy expectoration with a gelatinous viscid mucus looking like boiled starch. Very important thing. Okay, so boiled starch looking like the expectoration is described as boiled starch. Now Boric gives another description, Hawk's grey jelly like mucus. So these terms I need you to be familiar with so that you can identify the question when it is front of you. Okay, so it has an easy expectoration. You can see an easy morning expectoration. How is the expectation described as? It's described as boiled starch. It can be viscid, gelatinous, can be grey, jelly like. How does it increase? The cough increases by laughing, okay. And how is the voice? There is no voice, total loss of voice. You can have hoarsenesses, and then you have who are affected, who uses the voice very frequently and loudly. Professional singers, public speakers, okay. Great weakness of chest, a very important symptom, that of sternum, that we always remember, but also remember, just like Sternum Met, Argentum Met also have the same symptom. Now Argentum Met is a left-sided remedy. Please remember that. Again, Boric gives you in the introduction of that. So throat and even the chest side, you have a left-sided weakness more in Argentum Met. Alteration in the timbre of voice with singers and public speakers. Again, this another very important, and I think one of the only remedy with this particular symptom is alteration in timbre of voice is Argentum Met. And you have a raw spot over the bifurcation of trachea when using voice, talking or singing. So why this particular symptom is important? Because there is a raw spot at many places in many remedies. So I think you have a question coming at the end of the session. So raw spot over bifurcation of trachea was using voice, talking or singing. So this is another important symptom that you need to remember, because a lot of question can come from this, only this raw spot. Okay. be it trachea, throat, larynx, whatever it is, that is something else. But you need to focus on that raw spot because it is a potential question area. Okay. In males, you have seminal emissions after onanism. Here we know that this person dwells into such matters almost every night. And now seminal emissions without erection. Okay, so that is something very important. Okay, without erection, he is having emissions, and you have a atrophy of penis. Now I said Argentum, remedy have emaciation running throughout, so the whole body can be emaciated, and now you can see here a very important organ, penis, becoming atrophied. Okay, so that is one thing that you can remember. And crushed pain in testicles, just like of rhododendron. You have another remedies also, but then let's stick to rhododendron right now. Okay, now why the pain in testicles? You can remember some conditions like this, epididymitis as well as orchitis. Okay. In female, you have prolapse with pain in the left ovary as well as back. Okay, so left ovarian affection. I said Argentum is a left side remedy, so left ovarian affection. Please remember Argentum Met. Along with that, you can also think of platina. And when you go for right side ovarian affections, you have the famous remedy Epis as well as palladium. Now, palladium and platina have a very similar characters. Just you can differentiate with the sides. Platina is left and palladium is right. And also to give you an extra thing is Argentum Met is left sided and have the same left ovarian affections. Again, right side ovarian affections, you can think of Epis, because again Epis is a right side remedy. Okay, and you have climacteric hemorrhage. Okay, fine. So that's all about female affections. Some important points from Boric is sense of expansion and left sided pains, which we have already discussed. Chief action on articulation, here being bones, cartilages and ligaments. We already said that. Vertigo on looking at running water, so that is something weird. You can remember remedies like Ferrum Met, Lysinum and all to just correlate these things. And rheumatic affections of joint, especially knee and elbow, worse on descending stairs. Okay, pardon the background noise. So rheumatic affections of joints, especially knee and elbow. So see the place where it is more affecting in the rheumatic side, that is knee and elbow, worse descending stairs. Okay. Modalities: aggravation riding in a carriage. So that you can see in cocculus indicus, when touched or pressed upon. So lesson like contact or pressure and all. Talking, singing, reading, all these affects the sound. Okay, so these are the aggravations, and relation can follow well after alumina. Okay, it follows well after alumina, and it's similar to sternum in your chest affections and cough excited by laughing. You have a lot of remedies like your phosphorus, Drosera, Spongia, all those things are coming up. Okay, coming to the question parts. Select the wrong statement among the following. Argentum Met has dry barking, croupy cough, cough aggravation, speeds, talking, eating. Eating is amelioration. Drosera have a deep hoarse barking cough, aggravation lying, and after midnight, that is true. Sternum has a great weakness of chest, so weak and able to talk. That is true. And phosphorus has cough, aggravation, laughing, talking, drinking, and eating. So that is also true. Now go to the A point, that is given as Argentum Met, but that is not true. That should be Spongia. So Spongia has a dry barking, croupy cough, cough aggravation, sweets, aggravation, any mental, excitement can increase cough, and aggravation, talking, and better by eating. Cough better by eating, you can think of Spongia. Again, I think Ferrum Met is also there. Sensation of gland as if it was being crushed. Okay, so rhododendron, Met, Argentum Met, all the above. So the answer is all the above. Okay, so that was something that I was telling before. So sensation of glands as it was being crushed, you can see in all the three remedies above. So find the wrong statement from the following. This is what I said, the raw spot. Okay, so here the wrong answer is Option D, cold sensation in larynx. On inspiration will be bromium, rest oxide, sulfur. Okay. Thank you.